Let's talk about a poltergeist. In 1977, a small home in Enfield, England became the site of one of the most well-documented poltergeist cases in history. This is the Enfield case, the true story that inspired The Conjuring 2. It all started when Peggy Hodgson, a single mother of 4, called the police in a panic. Her daughters, 11-year-old Janet and 13-year-old Margaret, claimed that their beds were shaking by themselves. Peggy thought that they were imagining things and playing jokes, until she saw a heavy chest of drawers slide across the room on its own. Then the activity intensified. Loud bangs heard throughout the house, furniture flipped over, and marbles and toys thrown by unseen hands. The family even heard an eerie voice that seemed to appear out of nowhere. A police officer, Carolyn Heaps, witnessed a chair lift off the ground and move across the room by itself. She even signed a sworn statement confirming what she saw, but nobody could explain it. But the most terrifying events centered around Janet. She began speaking in a deep, unnatural voice, claiming to be Bill Wilkins, a man who had died in the house years before. Paranormal investigators recorded Janet speaking in this voice for hours, describing how Bill had passed away from a brain hemorrhage in his chair. Later, Bill's son confirmed these details, and these are things that Janet could not have known. Investigators Maurice Gross and Guy Lyon Playfair of the Society of Psychical Research spent over a year in the Enfield house. They recorded over 2,000 unexplained events, such as furniture moving on their own, Janet being flung from her bed, and even her floating mid-air. And this is one of a series of photos where a photographer claimed this was her levitating mid-air. During the investigation, Ed and Lorraine Warren did visit the home. Unlike the movie, they were not the lead investigators. However, Lorraine did say that she sensed a dark presence in the home. She and Ed believed that the case involved something darker than just a restless spirit. Skeptics argue that Janet and her sister faked parts of the activity, but she's always insisted that most of what had happened was real. And even decades later, she says that the haunting has never left her. My question for you is, was the Enfield poltergeist real or a hoax? One thing's for certain, and that is that whatever is in that house terrified a family, and the mystery still haunts people today. Until next time, stay close to the light.